with more Tidwell Taste Tour. What we've got here today... What we've got here right now is we went to the local liquor store today and got some minis of just some random things so that we could taste test them, see what we think. A lot of stuff was on closeout that we'd never had. A lot of stuff was just there that's new that we've never had. So we just decided to go in, get, what, about 10 or so minis and a couple different random things and see what we think. This is actually a new release. I think it's been out for a month or so, maybe, if that.
Yeah, it's pretty recent.
If you can see it there, Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey competes with American Honey and the Evan Williams Honey and Seagram's and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to go ahead and give this a shot. All right. Yeah. Whoa! It smells like syrup.
It smells interesting. He likes it. I feel like if it was cold, it would be considerably better.
I guess I don't like whiskey mixed with honey. Maybe that's it.
Might be. I don't think it's bad.
I don't like the main foretaste is not that bad. I don't like the aftertaste. Ugh. I can't do. Ugh. It's obviously sweet. It's supposed to be sweet. It's honey whiskey, so
it's a little syrupy, like as in cough syrup.
It is. It's very cough syrupy.
It is kind of cough syrupy. I will say, not the best honey whiskey that I have had.
Yeah, and personally, I've never had another one, so I can't really comment on that. So
I've had most of the ones that we get around here.
So as far as honey whiskey goes, I can't really comment. I can, however, give it a rating based on whiskey, based on what I think it deserves. It's a totally different thing going from beer to liquor with the rating systems. I mean, for example, it would be really hard for a beer for me to take a sip and actually just be like, ugh, like that, you know?
Right.
But for a liquor, it's considerably easier, and I think a lot of that has to do with, you're talking about high alcohol content, so unless it's smooth and has those tastes that you enjoy.
In other words, here's the thing about the rating system. I know we discussed this a little bit, but here's the thing about the rating system is that, I think what you're trying to say is, it doesn't necessarily mean, let's say a liquor gets 6 and a beer gets a 5. It doesn't necessarily mean we would prefer drinking the liquor or vice versa.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not necessarily like, oh, this thing from a different category is, you know, the thing I said about it earlier about if it's 4, it's better than 3. Not always. Now it gets a little more confusing.
Everyone take into consideration. First of all, everybody's personal tastes are different. We're just telling you our opinions on these. That's the deal too. And
obviously, yeah.
And also, we're not
if you
relating.
Like crap, you'll disagree with us a lot.
We're not going to relate the Kolsch we tried earlier, the Saranac Kolsch, with a liquor. It's just not fair. You can't do that. They're not the same thing. They're not even close to the same thing. So,
in fact, given that it's the taste tour, we may even be eating food here one day. I don't know.
Yeah. Got some pizza in the fridge, I think.
Some leftover pizza from Tony.
Might happen. You never know. So as far as the rating on this one goes, I'm going to give it, it's a little hard because it's a blank slate for me. I would give it a 4. I really don't care for, I might just not care for this style. I'm not sure. I don't particularly care for this drink that sits in front of me.
I'm going to get it with a 5. Okay. Middle of the road for honey whiskey.
So we're at a 4.5, so that's, you know, less than mediocre, better than just bad. You know, it's decent. I would say would be about a 4. Decent, maybe.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I'd say decent is the realm that it would be in.
So
yeah.
So we're at with that. 4.5 was the average score. It's Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey.
Did you give it a 4?
I gave it a 4.
So yeah,
4.5. Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey, and we'll be back with some more right after this.
Yeah.
We don't have commercials, so why did I say that?
I don't know. It's just something you say.